Greetings out there to everyone. I'm going to be very, very brief. Been noticing a lot of things here lately, and I'll go live a little bit later, sometime this weekend, to go into details on some things. But I tend to notice there's a trend, especially in what they call this so-called American Indian Aboriginal community, that those that have been deemed as leaders or have been self-appointed as leaders think that talking loud means that they are right. I don't know where this comes from or the beginnings of it, but as I said before, a lot of it deals with conflict, lack of conflict resolution skills, that they go from 0 to 1,000 in 3 seconds, argue about things that aren't really worth arguing over, even to the fact of arguing with people that agree with them. It's kind of ironic that this is the same thing that those that were accusing the Pan African community when they were hanging out on 123rd and 125th there in Harlem, they're recreating the same um, scenario as those that were hanging out on 125th. So you can't go and say that I'm bashing Pan Africanists and you're mimicking everything that they're doing. The only thing that you're claiming is that you're Aborigines. But outside of that, you're not doing anything any differently. Greetings, Brother Carrie Bay. And it goes along with those that are sitting back and saying nothing or remaining neutral while this goes on. The problem with that is you continue to remain neutral, and these loud talkers will infiltrate and eventually take over your neighborhood, take over your community. And I'm not talking about online community. I'm not talking about YouTube community. I'm talking about in real time, real life community. It's dangerous to the sense of when you continue to go this route and you do nothing about it and you harbor these type of people in your house, you cannot complain when destruction comes your way. Greetings to those that have just entered. Like I say, I'm not going to be long, but I appreciate you all tuning in. Uh, American Indians versus Joe, all the things your man won't do. And it's just something that's, like I said, I haven't gone live in a while, but it's just really something that is been very pressing. And we talk about there has to be some level of accountability and some level of respectability. And I'll go back again to those that say, hey, I don't like you. That's fine. If you don't like me, I'm okay with that. I don't need you to like me. But I do say for those that make accusations, bring forth the proof because I don't mind. And even those that are still in the shadows and don't want to go on a panel and discuss anything, hey, have a mediator to contact me privately. But to keep throwing out there and trying to discredit those that are bringing positive information to the people that they can use in real time, I'm trying to figure out what's the problem with that. Because if you're talking about you for the betterment of the community, you don't have to like me or you don't have to like a particular group. But if they're bringing information to help your community in real time, what's the problem? What are you screaming about? What are you yelling about? What are you doing by blocking or trying to block information? And you go in and certain groups that is supposed to be centered around building, and you decide, hey, I want to block the people from putting their comments or questions in the chat. That shows a high level of immaturity that has nothing to do with your age, because you can be of a certain age and be very immature. You can be in your 40s and have a maturity level of someone that is 13. So someone is equating your age with being an elder, and that is not the case. For example, I'll give you one that 67 Chevy or 57 Chevy is classic, right? A 67 Pinto is old. Pinto is not a classic, it's just old. So we're going to start separating the difference between being an elder and being old. Something that's old needs to be thrown out. Like old food, you need to throw it out. Old clothes, throw it out or give it away. Something that's a classic, an antique, is something that you're going to hold on to. So as we continue to go through this, and there is a sifting process on what is real and what is fake, I learned my lesson. Well, I guess I'm telling my age, but I learned my lesson back in the 1980s when everyone was wearing Fago chains, all the rappers and everything, and all the b-boys. I decided that I wanted to go to the mall and buy me a Fago chain. I went to the mall, saw a bazaar, saw a Fago chain. It was $25. Fine, good price. Until I started sweating. When I started sweating, I noticed my neck started turning green and realized the Fago chain was not gold. It was gold plated and it was artificial. So we're going to deal with that which is genuine and that which is artificial. Now, what I have on my screen is a list of these various tribes for a reason. I'm going somewhere with this. You keep hearing, and I keep hearing, people saying we did this, we did that, we were here, we were there, because the people of color and we are aborigine to the whole planet. Everybody that is of darker hue is not related. Everyone that is of darker hue is not us. As we've been discussing on the Cap Grand Rising Show, and you can go back, please shout out to Cap, unmute yourself. Please go back to Atansis Assembly. You can look at all those videos before when we were discussing the Portuguese that were coming over here, look like us, that were of darker hue, but they were not of us. So I'm not getting this. Everyone is of the same hue or related. That is not the case. So we're going to get to where the rubber meets the road. Like I said, I'm going to go live more and more often. It's been a while since I've actually gone live. But it's the breakdown, again, the breakdown of these tribes and who they are. And seeing who and what they are. In case you don't know, now you know. So don't sit here and try to say everyone is the same. And those that are throwing insults and then ask you about, hey, where's your genealogy? And they never present who they are. Have y'all not noticed that? They're always talking about people in their genealogy, but they never trace back who they are. They say something generic like Cherokee. And I say again, Cherokee is a confederacy made up of various tribes. So what is your tribe? What is your clan? Because your clan is your family. So what family are you from? That's just like saying I'm black. Okay, you're black. What does that mean? Are you black African? Hmm? Are you black or more? Or are you black from the Americas? Or are you black from the Pacific? Let's get down to the details. What does that define? That defines nothing. That's generic. Because again, your genealogy and who you are ties you back to the land. So now we have people that are not even attached to this land, as literally they are foreigners coming in and telling you who you're not and who you are. And then telling you you need to connect to something else that you don't belong to. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it from a sense of those that are telling you to totally disconnect from your family, from your relatives to connect to their organization? I don't know. I don't understand. I'm really trying to get it, but I don't get it. So if someone in the chat can tell me what it is that I'm missing, please let me know. I really want to know what I'm missing because I'm seeing here more and more that people that call themselves detailed researchers are taking things at face value and not paying attention. And then those that come along, they've listened to live streams that we've done over the past years and even going back further. And then they come up and say, oh, I discovered this and it's brand new. Come on, son. At least give credit to where credit is due. Don't don't sit here and seem like that you're the ultimate authority on history, that you're the ultimate authority on moving in the right direction. At least give credit to where credit is due. But we don't want to do that. We want to sit back, and if it's for entertainment purposes only, like I say, go see that dude that's pretending to be another dude that's pretending to be another dude that's playing a dude. Go see that person. So if you're about, again, edifying your people or people in real time and doing what's best for them and moving in the right direction, because it is so much easier when you are able to do things in real time. So I'm trying to figure out, and I really want to know who are these infiltrators who never provide any information. They just yell and yell facts, 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 FAX, facts, facts. That's a fact, 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 and I'm facting, fact, 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 jack. And that's all you hear from them. But they provide no information. None. So go back and look at what are they presenting? What have they presented over the years? These people saying, yeah, I've been doing this for years. What information are you providing or that you have given to people that they didn't already know? Dig far deep enough, you're going to find bones and artifacts. We know that. But what do they pertain to? Who are they? Who are these? What are these bones that they're finding? And you can't just go on and keep saying, I am the resource. I'm the source. You can't continue to go that direction. Who are these people and what do they do? That's why I go back again. When you know your tribe, it gets you back to your clan or your family. Every clan had a specific job. Every clan. So what did your clan bring? You can't just go around generically and say, oh, I'm Blackfoot. Okay, but if you got black feet, don't you have black hands and a black face too? Huh? I don't know. So what did the Blackfoot, what did they contribute to the Americas? I'm asking. I really want to know. And you got dudes that are claiming to be stuff, and all they can show you is basket weaving. Shoot, every culture has basket weaving. There are primitive tribes in the Pacific Ocean that have no contact with any outsiders, and they know how to take some weeds and certain reeds and weave them together. What is basket weaving? I could teach a kindergartner how to basket weave. So what is it that you're contributing to the information getting out? I really want to know what techniques were used to build the pyramids. If you're interested in that, you should be able to know, how did they build the pyramids? How did they do what they do? How did they build the pyramids over here in the Americas? How did they stack them on top of each other? What did they use? Because when these blocks weigh tons, and then what did they use to smooth off the edges? See, these are conversations that we need to be having, because there's a lot of things that were lost. So You have those that continuously say the same thing over and over. We've seen Bones. And all we keep doing, Lil Yost, what's up, man? All we keep seeing over and over are the same. I guess they are arguments because really not dealing with a debate. It's dealing with an argument. And people have already made up their mind of who they are and who they're siding with without listening to any information. I've been noticing that too. There's a certain element that's trying to block out those that are providing the information and presenting the facts. FACTS, facts. And then we get to the name calling and putting this person down and saying they're about nothing, and we come into being agents, and oh, I just want to keep yelling loud, or I don't like this person and I'll tell you about this person in secret. I'm not going to put it out there about this person. I'm just going to keep saying the same thing over and over and over. And then those that are in that camp that decide, hey, no matter what these other people say, even though what they're bringing is proper information and factual, oh no, we can't listen to anything that they're saying. I'm gonna go with the opposite. But you're supposed to be a leader. You're supposed to be a leader. And in the process of being a leader, shouldn't you grow? Shouldn't you evolve to another level and say, I was wrong? And then asking, oh, well, who do you support and what camp are you in? Here we go again. Again, yelling loudly does not make you right. When did that start being anything? Because a leader speaks in a calm voice, and you can hear that leader. I don't know. Talking loudly does get people's attention, but that doesn't get the people to actually listen to what you're saying. And then it goes back to your actions. As my grandmother used to say, what you're doing is speaking so loudly, I can't hear what you're saying. So you're helping all these people in your community, but no one has come forth and said, hey, thank you, leader, for helping me. Thank you for getting me on the right path. Thank you for helping me find out who I am. Exactly. Agreeing just for the sake of disagreeing, Brother Kerry. Thank you. Agreeing agreeing for the sake of we're going to disagree all the time. So again, let's match resumes because your resume is not for you to keep secret. Your resume is for public display. So again, show me what you have done for your community. Don't tell me. Bring some witnesses. And those witnesses can testify on your behalf and say, yes, they have helped me. They have helped me start my business. We'll check it off. They've helped me with my genealogy. We'll check it off. They've helped me to provide for my family and given me resources. We'll check it off. Until then, we can't have this discussion. Again, I'll put this up. If you look at what I'm sharing on the screen, you'll continue to see. I don't know if it's sharing or not. I hope that it is. But you'll continue to see these individuals that keep going on and talking reckless and don't care what they're doing and how they're doing it and don't see the dangers in that at all. Not at all. And they throw out things like being an agent and all the rest of this. But again, provide something because I disagree with you about. Oh, thank you. It's showing. Okay. Thank you, Brother Kerry. It's if I continue to disagree with you on something that is not factual and something that is untrue, I'm not going to agree with you. I'm not going to get with you for the sake of getting with you. That's also something that's spread out in this community. I want to sit down with you and we need to all get along for the sake of getting along. No, not to things that cause the division or discussed. Period. You can't sit down with anyone until you have something to bring to the table. So if all you bring to the table is loud talk, and this person's an agent, and this person, oh, they the police, and police, and it's amazing. Again, I say this: the only one that's afraid of the police is a crook. That's it. What are you afraid of? The only one that's, I say it again, the only one that's afraid of the police is a crook. But you have police officers in your camp. So all those police officers that are in your camp, are they crooked? What's going on here? Because I didn't know of the LAPD had cops in it, but they were crooked. They were bloods. They were gangbangers, but they were cops. So again, ask the question, same thing Special K asked. Where are we going with this? Where are we going with this? Really want to know. You say that the beef had been squashed, but then you still keep talking smack. I don't know. Guys are upset because Special K took time off to deal with personal issues, and now he's back. And then they want to accuse him of being something that he's not. So again, I'm looking forward to the answers, because you can't just keep throwing and making accusations against people without providing proper proof. You can't. How are you going to continue to do that? You provided absolutely nothing to the table, and someone is to take your word for it just because you said it. And someone in your camp said, oh, yeah. Again, that's why I asked the question, and I know it's rhetorical, but I'm going to ask it again. Is what you doing, is it to present information to make the people better, or our community better, or is it for viewership? That's what I'm trying to figure. If it's about viewership, then change what you have on there to, if it's news or whatever, or education, change it to entertainment. Because YouTube allows you to change whatever category you're in. Change it to entertainment. Talking loud and saying nothing. Again, if you don't know who you tie into and you don't know who you are, shame on you. Keep finding out who you are. Genealogy is the key. I'm gonna be back because again, I've been away for a little bit as far as doing live streams, but continue to show how some of these archaeologists and anthropologists are trying to change the story and trying to paint a narrative that it's not accurate. It's very inaccurate. But I look forward to Special K. And for those that don't know, this is K, copper colored K. But I call him Special K. But you're going to see he's going to provide some evidence that people are not aware of and haven't been paying attention to, and others keep painting a narrative that's not quite accurate. Because if you follow, again, I say follow the food, follow the agriculture, follow the corn, and you'll find out who you are. I'm going to borrow a page from my brother No Sellout. Any questions, comments, concerns? Y'all know how to get with me. I appreciate y'all again for taking this time out of your busy schedules to share with me on this day. I don't know, all my messages are blowing up here, but I appreciate you all listening in, and I'll be back in a little bit. It may be within the next 10 minutes. You know me. It just depends. For those that get it, I appreciate it. For those that don't, keep listening in, and you'll understand why. So continue to see. Again, Lil Yo MTV Raps, man, get at me, man. Get at me. You're one of those that know. Keep knowing who is who and what's what. And who is actually Who are the ones that's trying to compartmentalize and hide information? Who's doing that? Those are the things you have to ask yourself. Why are you hiding information? I want to know, why are you hiding information? Why are you purposely keeping information from the masses that can benefit them and their families? Please let me know. But as I said, I'll go back to what I have showing here, the breakdown of some of these people and who they are and who they tie into, and you'll begin to see who's who. And once you know who's who, you'll know how to deal with it. Y'all take care of yourselves and each other. Like I said, I'll probably be back later on today. It's been a minute, but I'll probably be back later on today. But I know I will be doing live streams, dispelling the myth on these mestizos that are claiming to be the original people of the Americas, and they are not. When you know about the mother culture and who they are. But again, I'm going to start going into detail, intricate details on who these people are. So then you will know the people that look like us. You'll know that they're foreigners. This is what we're going to start getting into. We're going to start breaking down tribes. We're going to start breaking down clans. We're going to start breaking them down by their responsibility. Again, just like it was before, if your family were farmers, you were a farmer. If your families were blacksmith, you were a blacksmith. If your families were sailors, then you were a sailor. If your family was fishermen, then you were a fisherman. If your family sat back and did nothing and they were nobodies, you're going to be a nobody. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take that shot, but yes, I did. No, I'm not even going to take it back. I'm not sorry. Yeah. So if you continue back and you just talking loud and you saying nothing, those that are researchers or those that are just coming into the information, you should start asking those questions. What are you bringing to the table? What are you bringing? What have you done? Don't talk about I've done this, I've done that, I did this, I did that. What have you done? What are the witnesses that say, hey, you helped me? Because I know for a fact there are some people that are in a particular camp that say someone's going to help me do a business, and they still haven't got their business off the ground. So what are you doing again? And who are you again? Why are you questioning everybody else? So then I ask those again, what is your purpose in the community? Why are you visiting? Like I said, I will continue to show proof that I've not only been a part of this community, I was one of the first ones that started talking about us being American Indians to this land. When Pan-Africanists were banging on me, when they called me Choctaw Jimmy, check with the Amin Ra squad. Mention my name. Check with MBK, aka B2K. Check with Barfield A. Greed, aka Garfield. And they'll tell you, oh, I know about James. I know James. I know Doodle Vision. I know Choctaw Jimmy. I'm like Bobby Brown. I've been on the mic for a long, long time. So when people start giving you a series of questions about someone, what I would do is I would go to the one that's the subject of their questioning. Ask them questions. Not interrogate, but ask them. So I'm asking for those that have been asking me, as far as in an interrogation process, who are you and what have you done? I don't even want to know who you are personally. I want to know what you're contributing to this so-called American Indian, American Aborigines, autonomous American community, other than flim flam and talking loud and saying nothing. So with that, I'll get off of here, allow you all to enjoy your day. But again, I'll be back. I will be back. Y'all take care of yourselves and each other. I'm out.